Sup? Parents are gone, finally, so home alone right now, and this is the only time I can really do any vlogging because my parents don't really know that I'm doing this. I don't think they'd approve because they'd be like, why are you telling all these random strangers about your personal life? And I'm like, well, I'm not, because I'm not talking about it in detail. They're so overprotective. And it's because I'm their only child, and I'm a girl. And that usually means girls are more sensitive. Well, of course I'm sensitive. And of course my dad hates it. And yet, it's his side that I get my sensitivity from, not just my mom's. It just sucks because sometimes I feel like I'll never be good enough for him. I'll never be the perfect kid. And of course, I don't believe in perfection, because there's no such thing. You can never achieve perfection because you're always trying to perfect yourself, and once you reach perfection, you can't get any better. There's no such thing. You always are trying to improve. So, growing up, living in the same house my whole life, just trying to live, trying to cope, trying to accept. It's hard, and I get really lonely, especially not having any neighbors my age, or if they are my age, they're probably my bullies from when I was in, elementary school, and they still try to pick on me. It's stupid. My mom gets really mad at me sometimes, even when I don't do anything. And that's why she gets mad, because I'm not doing anything. But there's nothing to do here. And she's always yelling at me for not keeping things straightened up, and the reason she yells at me is because if Dad yells at me, it's even worse, and then he insults my personality and my character. And that's not right. So she yells at me in order to protect me from Dad, because I'm not able to protect myself from my father. And that's not cool. I'm not saying he's abusive. He's not abusive at all. No, he's just unhappy a lot of the time when things aren't, in his mind, perfect. Like me. My parents were expecting me to be a boy. They were going to name me Jacob, and my dad was going to be so happy because he's such a man. He loves sports. He was a fireman at one point. He's a water polo coach. He's a teacher. He plays basketball, and he's like he's older. My parents are an older generation of parents. I'm trying to accept who I am and the things I've been through as much as I try to accept others for who they are and what they stand for. And I try to accept that I can't always be loved by everyone. Some people are going to dislike me, and some people may even go as far to hate me. And I need to accept that. Because you can't please everyone, no matter how hard you try. But just accept who you are and your limitations and your abilities, and be happy with yourself, right? Well, I'm not happy with myself. I haven't been happy with myself for a while now. And I was. When I was in Cabaret. Oops, I shouldn't have said that, but yeah, I was in a show and it was Cabaret. I'm not gonna say where. And just this cast was so amazing. I was like the third youngest. And was the third youngest? Like I wasn't the youngest. I was anyways. But I learned a lot from being with this cast, and I just had experiences that I wouldn't have had with anyone else. I've always been the baby, I've always been the little girl, and I'm sick of it. I want to be the adult. I want to be treated like I'm my own age. And I don't get treated like that often because of how I look. Because of my height. I'm so sick of short jokes, you don't even know. It sucks. But sometimes my shortness is an advantage. Maybe it's a good thing that I look like I'm younger, because then I'll get more acting roles as, like, younger characters, and that's a good thing, right? To look younger. But I really want to play the older characters. I want to play the sexy femme fatales. I want to play the important businesswoman, just someone that is just more mature, you know? And I've gotten to play those parts before. I was in Bye Bye Birdie, I was in Sound of Music, and in those roles I was these very mature characters, and I loved it. Because I wasn't acting my own age, I was acting as someone older, and it felt good. It felt really, really good. And I just wish that those that I accept for who they are would be willing to accept me more for who I am, and would be able to embrace my flaws. And I know I have flaws. I have many flaws. And I'm not going to do my best to try to perfect myself, because I can't. I need to accept myself as much as I accept others. And I need to be okay by myself. And not feel lonely all the time. I know this, but like I said, I'm not willing to accept it. When I'm with certain people that make me super happy, especially when it comes to, like, boyfriends, when I'm with them, I don't feel alone. I feel loved. And it's the greatest feeling I've ever felt. And when they decide to end it, I feel like I failed. And it really sucks. But if they contact me again and want to be friends, and then if I'm friends with them still, then that's all I can ask for. Just have them in my lives at least. And I have most of my exes still in my life. Most of them. I just wish he'd contact me back. But if he doesn't, then that's fine. That's fine. I can move on by myself. I can be okay. It would just be nice if he would be considerate of my feelings. But at least I have my girlfriends to cheer me up, right? And my Rocky friends, and my other theater friends, and I guess my school friends. But But, yeah, that's... I'm gonna be okay soon. I hope. Alright, I should probably stop. This is like, what, 10 minutes long? Oh god, I can't believe I've talked for that long. I don't really have a question this time, because this was more like a rant that I needed to just get out. And, please check out my other videos, check out my other account, and please subscribe. And for those of my friends that are watching, I love you all so much, and thank you for being in my life. I love you.